right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She gives me love and affection. Baby, did I mention you're the only girl for me? No, I don't need a next one. Mama loves you too. She thinks I made the right selection. Now all that's left to do is just for me to pop the question. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
We'll wait for a couple more. Hopefully they'll turn up, and then we'll do a bit of a talk about what's going on here. I'll do a share screen if I can. And we'll start at the start. No, not working for me. It's not working for me. Anyhow, basically, what you see, the blue thing is a toilet, concrete slab. The box standing on a post is electrical connection. Just beside it is water. These pipes coming up here, drain pipes for the rainwater and for surface water. In the slab, you've got pipe work for toilet, showers, basins to go to the upper floor. Over that other corner there, that drops down. That's a garage. Then the next piece, the next bit is a lounge room setup. Then an outdoor area. Come back across here is dining, kitchen, Toilet shower type area, and then down the front's a guest bedroom. As you can see, we've cut out the earth. The retaining wall is concrete sleepers. The steel beams on them go 1.5 meters into the ground. Come around. That little slab of concrete there is for a water tank. Here we have to catch 2,000 litres of water, but that's a 5,000 litre tank. Halfway down it has a drain point which drains slowly. It's so it doesn't create flooding, basically. As you can see, you might not be able to see that one there. There's an electrical conduit there. They all run underground prior to the slab being poured. These are all the fences all around the whole block. There's one section there, one little section just there that hasn't been done, but all the rest I've done all the fences. So the process here, because this block of land is a part of a subdivision, this land was once owned by a church, and they sold the land, which consisted of that house there, this block of land, that hallway, and the church. An entrepreneurial person bought it, and they subdivided it. Before the titles were through, there was expressions of interest, and this lot of land, it's about 15.5 meters in width, but the length of it from where my vehicle's parked down there up here is 47 meters. So our first job at the front, there was a lot of trees, and they were only crappy trees. We had to put a driveway in, and that's just behind that blue toilet. So as you can imagine, it's been the hand in the pocket quite a bit. And then to cut the land to level it, that was a bit of a battle because it was the weather. The weather wasn't all that fantastic. So that was a real battle. But we got it done. And then you go into the design engineering thing for the slab of concrete and all of that kind of stuff. Permits for everything. And I mean everything you need a permit for in this country. You've always got your hand in your pocket. As soon as you're dealing with look, I've built just behind me here, Jess, just here, that bit there. That's formed up for a building, which will be my workshop. meters. It'll be about 11.5 meters square. So 30 odd feet or better. Bit better than 30 odd foot square. Yeah, that's a good size shed. Anyhow, we'll get back to some of it. In behind these walls that I've put up already, there's drainage. There's drainage pipes. Then they're 3 parts filled with aggregate. I haven't put the topsoil back on yet. But one little thing that kind of makes me laugh. I don't know if you can really see it. But there's a paint mark on the fence just over. Oh, it's not a paint mark. It's a peg mark from a surveyor, and just above it, but probably 2 inches to the right of the screen, there's a nail with a white tag on it. Another one down there, another one down there. That was me measuring everything out. But they had a surveyor with all the fancy electronic gear to put the blue tabs in, or the markers in. And I thought, well, an old bloke with a measuring tape didn't do too bad, because my marks are about within 2 inches of his, but that was all done for when I did the site cut to what was going to go roughly about where. Yeah, permits and building permits and every kind of permit you can think of, and it's all money. It's all money. Without fencing, without the cost of, I don't know if this little camera will pick it up, but that electricity pole there, the electricity comes down underground to just near that site hut on the corner. That was $4,500. Then the building company, they did from the little pit there to that box. The water and everything is down on that right corner. You might just see it. Hang on. You might just see a couple of pipes standing up there. That's where the water and the drinking water comes in, and the rainwater goes out. So basically, those 3 connections, and right beside me here, right beside there, that's the sewer connection. Not counting digging out earthworks, was about $5,000. Those sleepers, the concrete sleepers, and the posts that hold them up, that's about $3,000. Now, mind you, I did all this, not contractors. But really, to get it the way it is here, with a slab of concrete down, we'll go back. The builder went from the pit to that thingo, and these couple of undergrounds, the plumbing, the water, and this stormwater drain, and that, the concrete work, about $80,000. The earthworks and like I say, that I did because I could get that done with people I knew, and this is the kind of stuff I know. Although I've built houses myself before. But yeah, that's the whole thing about this was just a you've heard us talk about this kind of stuff and all the rest of it. So it was just really an insight into what I've been up to and what I've been kind of not on YouTube a heap and all that kind of stuff, and that's pretty well why, because scrutinising some of it, but supervising and doing my own works, which at the end of the day, why pay somebody to do it if you can do it yourself? But yeah, so eventually that'll be a driveway down there for access to the workshop up the back. A lot through there will be lawn, and there'll be a bit of lawn up here, mainly fruit trees, and across the front will be fruit trees. There won't be there'll be a few flowers and stuff like that. Up the driveway down behind that toilet, there's about a 2.5 foot strip that comes right up to the shed. That'll be turned into a bit of a rose garden thing. But the rest of it, just kind of up there from the garage up. That'll be like a little veggie garden set up along there, because that's about 2 foot wide. But we know what our plans are. We know what we're up to. Yeah, it has taken some work. That's exactly right. If we go backwards to when we put a bid in for the land, and the conditions were that they had to have it surveyed properly. They had to, and they had to have the permits and all that through, which was as far as the subdivision. The rest was up to me, type of thing. But that took about 10.5 months, 11 months. We started off with a different builder. Then COVID hit and all the rest of it, and we were all locked down. We couldn't get out of anything anywhere. And that first original builder, they pulled out because prices had changed a bit, and they were trying to tell us what and how we were going to do things, which for us wasn't what we wanted. So we got a second builder in. So it was back to square one with permits and all these other things. Yes, and it depends on your available time too, Jess. But like this house is actually a contract job. But the pre-work that I did saved us a hell of a lot of money. I think their estimations, we've just taken the dirt away. No retaining wall, none of that was over 20 grand. And they didn't want to put a retaining wall up. They were just going to batter it a bit, just it would have kind of looked like that there. And so that's why that's why I said, no, I'll do it myself, save us money, but and we got more for more bang for our buck that way in realism. So it does pay if you can do it yourself or organise your own contractors and that. But what I was going to try and do is share some photos and that, but I've only just got my computer set up here on a little table. Because I hate doing stuff on the phone. But I will actually put together a little montage of photographs from start to now, which really goes over probably 4 years, which has been a long time. Because I can assure you, at one stage, we were kind of disillusioned. Mainly because of all that the COVID crap, the dictatorship by the government here, being treated like a little kindergarten kid. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that crap. But yeah, it's well on the way now. I think it's about a month, maybe a little bit longer, and we'll have the framing. So as it progresses, I'll just do little walk through thingos and just off the phone, just kind of little walks and talks. It won't be very long. Just for the people that are interested in what you got to go through here and some of the crap. But yeah, tradesmen nowadays are not like they used to be. Well, in my day, they don't have the care factor. Although the boys that did the concrete slab here, they did a very good job. And worked damn hard for their money. Damn hard. But materials here, the difference between the fence on the left, that fence and that fence there, the prices of timber here to do the back fence and this one down the side probably went up by 60%. Probably around 60%. Yeah, and it's all this. All right. Some of the prices snuck up with taxes and things like that. This so-called bullshit war that seems to be affecting everybody's fuel prices. That's the biggest manipulated piece of crap I've ever heard in my life. Monday we're going to go on a little bit of a road trip, and if I can, I'll get some photographs night time, and it shows out to the open sea, what's called Bass Strait here, and of a night you can see the lights of the oil rigs to see how many oil rigs are out there which are pumping oil and gas. And they talk about the Ukrainian crap and prices of everything. That's manipulated bullshit. We've got it here. We don't need anybody else's, but yeah, we're getting shafted. The world's getting shafted. But yeah, anyhow, that's a little bit of an insight into what I've been up to. None of it happens in 5 minutes. and there's still a lot of work to go, especially the earthwork. You know, when the builders took over this, there was a pile of topsoil just to my left, and then some subsoil. Well, we've got a bit more, but all this was troweled off like it was ready to have grass planted on it. It didn't take them long to stuff that up, but anyhow, that's life. But anyhow, it was just a case of sharing. You know, and give a bit of an explanation. Yeah. What else can I tell you? Oh, yes, this fence here. I don't remember what those ones, but materials for this one around $2,000. By the time you take the timber and nails and all that. Oh, years ago, I used to put up sheds. The companies, you know, let's face it, you've got the user or the buyer. They come in and say yes, that's all wonderful. They take the money and they'd kind of get onto a bloke like me and say, oh, you percentages. And realistically, I give it up because there wasn't enough money in it. You had to have the weather on your side, everything going right, and then you could make a couple of dollars. But there was always a stuff up. You'd be going back to jobs because they short ordered materials, or you would re-drilling holes in things because it didn't fit because they stuffed it up, and of course they didn't want to pay for that. Yeah, that's why I got so sick of it. Anyhow, on that, I'm going to thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a talk, and a bit of a show around. But yeah, the other thing I'll point out, this is on a bit of a hill, and the main sporting arena where they play football and cricket is about 200 yards down the road. And this being elevated, you look out over it. There's tennis and basketball courts. There's a neonatal clinic. There's an early childhood centre. There's a kindergarten. And there is a primary school. So if you're looking like a piece of real estate for the family, you wouldn't get much better spot. Because everything's 200 to 300 metres away. So that's kind of, why we got it. This is not really going to be a forever home. Because as I get older, I'll be buggered if I'm going to walk up and down stairs. It's basically built as an investment thing. But we will enjoy it for hopefully quite a few years, and by then I'll be ready to sit in a rocking chair and get the lap steel out and amuse myself. Anyhow, on that note, thanks for coming along. Hope you've got a bit of insight out of that, and we'll catch us later. Bye bye for now.